Oh. Loush, Ibi, and you, welcome back. We missed you. Now we have some more Becca and Zied. We're going to take a step back now. We're going to go back in time just because now we know that he's landed. And again, we're not following the series in order per se. We're here to add some insight and shed some commentary just on the cultural aspects as much as we can. So we're going to go back in time. You have a sister. I have 4 sisters. And for me personally, they've played a pretty big role in my life. Yeah. It's such a valuable thing to have. Like, I have a son and I hope that he can have a sister because they bring in such an amazing perspective on things that, like, if you have a brother, may think completely different on. Yeah. You know, and they can really show you a different way of looking at things. And it's really important. It's a great balance. So Zied has... I don't know why I changed my accent to Southern America. Zied has a sister, and Rebecca meets the sister, and I haven't seen this yet. Apparently, you know, she's a boss type girl, and she's taking care of her brother. Shout out, which is interesting. You ready? Let's do it.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous, baby. Tonight, Zied and I are meeting his sister for the first time. She is the typical overprotective sister. And he's telling me that her issue is with him going to America. I think that it's deeper than that.
All right. Adkhul. Come in. One thing I noticed about Zied is, because we've seen him with his parents and now we're seeing him with his sister, there's a lot of love there. Yeah. He's truly happy to see them, and like the hugs and the kisses are like really heartfelt. Yeah. That's fantastic. I love that. It's amazing. Because if you compare it to Yazan, who whenever he saw his brother or his parents, it was more of a formal type respect, military type structure. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, every family differs, but I just get that warmth from Zied. See? It's amazing.
Hi. How are you? Good. Nice to meet
you. Nice to meet you.
So good, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. Perfect. I mean, that's awkward, yeah?
I have some gifts for you.
Ooh!
So here's some spices that we got. Thank you. It was very nice. You're welcome.
It's a good start.
I would have laughed if she hit him with the so good, yeah.
Only brother.
عائلة مش كبيرة برشا. باش يمشي بيخلينا. عندي حاجات قلتهم له ونجم نقولهم لها زاد لها هي. بون جاي تحط الطاولة؟ باهي. اوكي.
Don't worry. Shut the F up.
So awkward.
That's such an Arab thing, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like that. No. It's this and then the hand. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Be quiet, not a word.
But she looks like she's scared for her life right now.
Yeah. But I think he meant it in a way where it's everything's going to be okay.
I got it,
yeah. Instead of what we're used to where it's like your life's about to end in a few minutes. ولا كلمة.
هذا الخبز جاهز.
She's like, where'd you go?
Hi.
Awkward.
I'm the pink statue.
Awkward.
I appreciate you having us over.
Okay, so for me, so this is bringing me MK vibes from Brittany. Okay. All right, here's my thing. Here's my thing is that if you're standing in the kitchen, I mean, if you care so much about your brother, you want him to be happy, like you can engage in conversation and you can be an adult about it and actually like conversate with her. You know, like that. Oh, that just cringes me right up because it's not, you're not going to get anywhere by putting on like this.
So petty.
Yeah, exactly. It's really immature. And so for me, it's like, yo, I get it. You care for your brother and stuff, but why don't you like be yourself and be courteous and host? You know, the culture is known for hosting. It's not known for standing there and not saying a word to your guest.
Yeah.
Above all, if there's anything, at the bare minimum, she's a guest in your house.
Of course.
I was looking forward to meeting you.
How could you not say something to that? How could you just not say something? Okay, maybe the language barrier, I get it. Like I'll give her a pass a little bit, but it's like at least some sort of facial nonverbal acknowledgement. You know what I mean? A little shoulder, welcome or bienvenue, like whatever it is that she would say. You know,
I'm cringing so hard right now. It's just like
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's just.
No, Rebecca's like totally doing the right thing right now.
100%. It's just very awkward, man.
Yeah.
I know she understands a little bit of English, and I'm trying so hard to be as nice and polite and loving as I can, and I feel like I'm getting nothing back from her at all.
Yeah.
I asked Zied to not leave me alone with her. I am very uncomfortable.
Okay, well, you're also a big girl. You can wear your big girl pants, and you don't need Zied to not leave you alone with her.
Yeah.
She loves you.
You're much older than this girl right now, than his sister.
100%.
You should be completely able to maintain a conversation or be in her presence.
Exactly.
Just as a regular adult.
Yeah.
Zied? I do. I love him very much.
He loves her very much.
What do you think you love in Zied?
I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I don't know. There's not one thing.
Yes, my brother is perfect. The idea of Zied going with you is not good for me. Zied have a family here.
I know.
Why he must sacrifice and not you?
My children,
You can't sacrifice? Why?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
She's actually bringing up a really good point that we actually haven't seen yet on the show, which is one side giving up more than the other.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Big time. Because we always talk about not really sacrifice, but compromise. Mm-hmm. I mean, her sister does have a point, though. Mm-hmm. He's sacrificing his family. He's leaving his family here and going to live with you.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do the same thing?
He's a grown man and he's making his own decisions. Don't get me wrong. In no way should she be painting it in like, oh, you came and you took my brother away. It's like, no, your brother is in this too. And he has a lot to gain also with this new life that he's about to build in another country. And by the way, it's not rare that, in North Africa that they leave the country for a better life. A lot of them actually leave as refugees or they flee on boats, in the worst conditions ever. And the fact that he's doing it actually through the K1 and he found somebody that loves him and that's going to take care. And if his plans were to leave Tunisia, he really got a really great deal.
Yeah.
I tend to look at this like I'm giving him some big opportunity, bringing him to America, but meeting his family has shown me that he's actually having to make sacrifices to be with me.
And that is one of the biggest misconceptions that you see from somebody from the West versus somebody from the East. Whoever has leverage often has the hero complex, where it's like, I'm actually doing you a favor and you're benefiting from this because she's trapped in her own bubble.
Yeah.
And she's saying, oh, well, me, and she's not really understanding. So I like the fact that the sister is opening her eyes to the sacrifices that he has to make also. What ends up happening, and I don't think she has the intention of doing it, but what ends up happening with a lot of these couples is that typically the American on this show holds it against the other person when they don't get what they want. Mm-hmm. I brought you here.
Yep.
You wouldn't be here without me. And they use it as a shortcut and it creates a really toxic environment, which to me is like worst case scenario.
Yeah. It's like there's no need for that. If you feel that way, then you shouldn't be with that person to begin with.
It's literally worst case scenario because then the person can actually resent you. Even though they can forgive you for it, they can resent you for the rest of the marriage.
Big time.
It's a huge risk.
Big time, yeah.
Zied's sister is not happy with the situation, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to say. Me here?
Yes.
You can say, don't worry, we're going to keep close contact, we're going to visit, we're going to travel. I'm going to make sure personally that he never loses track of his family and his culture and his country. There's so much that you can say as a, 47-year-old, mature, grown adult woman. What do you mean?
شو البروجي متاعك تو كي مش تطلع معاها لأمريكا؟
هي قالت لي نشوف لك وانا حاجة تخدمها غاديك وممكن مش نكتبوا إن شاء الله غادي.
عرفت برشا عباد قبل.
شو معناها برشا؟
خذيت برشا معناها.
What?
I tell you with you for how much
Your ex.
married in your life.
Your ex.
How much?
3 times.
She's been married 3 times.
They are all البيت.
Why not sign some rubber? Me number 4, yes.
أنت سيحسب روحك.
Oh, you already included yourself. Good observation by the sister. First of all, huge red flag when you're literally sitting there. There's 3 people at a table and only 2 know the native language, and you choose to engage in that language. All 3 people know one language, and that happens to be English. Mm-hmm. Don't engage in a massive conversation in front of her, knowing that it's going to make her uncomfortable. I don't like that at all. I think that it's petty, like you said, and it's very immature of the sister to sit there and put on this face. I'm not agreeing with her. Be protective. Sure, do that. I expect that from my sisters, and that's sort of the sister role. You know, there's a little bit more action there. There's a little bit more activity.
Yeah.
Okay, great, but don't be rude and don't be petty about it.
Oh my God. I understand her perspective of wanting to protect her brother and want the best for him.
Sure.
Oh, by all means.
Yeah.
But the way she's going about it, it's like she's trying to pick at the smallest things.
Yeah. This is more of a personality thing. This is not a cultural thing at all.
الريلاسيون مانيش مقتنعة بها 100%. متخوفة بيه. ما أنا ليش أخويا؟ علاش هي مهمة اللي أنت باش تكون باهي معاها؟ شنو الحاجة المبادلة؟
We am ask you what different for me and all your ex.
I feel like she's not speaking to her on purpose because she knows how to speak English really well. I feel like she's doing it on purpose. She's using the brother as a buffer to keep that distance.
Yeah, and also to the point where it's coming out of his mouth, not hers.
Yeah.
So she...
interesting.
So Rebecca
Yes.
can't attack
the
sister.
Yes, and
She'll
also
have to attack Zied.
And also she's asking Zied to say things that she wants him to think about. She speaks better English than her brother, and she's asking her brother to translate, which is interesting.
What's the difference?
I don't know. You're different, definitely. I don't know how to explain that, but...
On the flip side, I think Rebecca may be closing off a little bit and being like, yo, B, you're not going to interview me right now.
Yeah,
you're not going to put me in a position where I need to sell this to you right now. And maybe she's looking to Z to defend her and to, stick up for her. Meanwhile, his sister is looking to Z to do the opposite. They're both congregating.
Yeah. The thing is, Rebecca is trying to give him signals as to move on from this subject. But her experience in life is a lot higher than his. And he's not picking up those messages.
That's right.
At all.
Yeah, I mean, listen, is there a conversation that should be had about her past? 3? 1, 2, 3? Okay, yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. Yeah, sure, I have concerns, but... You introduce them, you present them in a respectful way. You explain how much your brother means to you and you want him to be happy and you want to ensure the success of this relationship and everybody to be on it. Okay, yeah, there's a way to do it.
تطلع أنت باهي مش باد مال.
So hopefully you don't end up being the 4th, divorce. Hopefully you're different than the 3 is what she's saying.
She just said not a bad man because
Rebecca the other 3 are men. So
Rebecca mentioned specifically the other 2 were bad.
Yeah.
And the sister just said, hopefully not a bad man.
Yeah.
As in, she's trying to say that Rebecca is using that as an excuse for other 3 exes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Man.
Which is also another conversation to have about how you talk about your exes. You know, whether or not they're good or they're bad. I feel like when people bash their exes, now if you're in a toxic relationship, abusive or whatever, you can say it in those words. But when you say bad, it's like an insult. And maybe for the sake of simplicity, she just used the word bad, kept it at that. But still, if you're gonna backbite or if you're gonna talk about your past relationships, it's actually a poor reflection on you because you're actually not taking much accountability for the relationship also. Like it takes two.
How much time you still with your ex? Before your ex?
Your ex before your ex.
Oh, she liked that one. She liked that one.
This is very awkward.
Yeah, it's not
and
cool.
It's not making me feel very good. And to make matters worse, I'm keeping a huge secret from Zied. The truth is, I'm still technically married to my ex, and Zied and his family do not know that.
She's still married!
And there is some...
Why? Every episode we watch with this girl, Rebecca, she always has the words technically. He doesn't know.
I hope he doesn't find out.
And I hope he doesn't find out. Every episode that we've watched, we're trying to give us a break. Like we're trying to help here.
Yeah.
Something else in my past, it's totally forbidden in their religion. It may be too much.
It's forbidden, I think, by law.
Yeah.
Like around the world. But okay. Your moral compass is not just aligning with the religion and the culture. It's aligning with, I think, global reasoning, global activity. And as always, let us know your thoughts down below. I love reading your comments all the time. You guys are the best. We got Rebecca, we got Z, and we got Paul.